Good morning, everyone. Welcome to week 6. So hard to believe it's already week 6. Hope everybody's having a great week. Hope you're loving this fall air, the cool mornings and cool evenings and beautiful afternoons. So let's look at week 6. Let's look at our readings and our activities for the week. You have chapter 4 in Teacherpreneurs that you need to read, as well as TED Ed Hits the Classroom. You will want to explore this TED Ed using TED Ed to blend ed leader development and view the TED Ed resources in the course content and the Twitter resources. I did post a couple of TED Eds a couple of weeks ago because some of the TED Eds weren't complete or weren't working in the resources folder. So you may want to go back. I believe it was in week 4 if the resources in the folder are not working or are not adequate. So let's look at week 6 on Twitter. So you have an article, you have these 4 articles, these 4 resources that you need to look through, and then public versus private tweets. Just as a point of information, watch this 48-second video on the difference between public and private tweets. Your Twitter account settings obviously are completely up to yours. It's your social media. However, you should realize you have a greater chance of growing your personal network if you make them public, since no one except your followers will be able to see your tweets. If your goal is to keep a professional Twitter account, that means also exclusively with educational issues, you may want to make it public. So again, that's completely up to you. And then you have a discussion board post this week. It is a video post referring to Teacherpreneur Chapter 4. How can the resources included in this week's reading, the Twitter, the TED Ed info, help make teachers and teaching visible? Do you have a Twitter account? If so, have you ever used it for advocating for teacher profession? And what are your thoughts about using Twitter this way? And then it says to create a tweet with the hashtags Teaching Matters, EDUC683, and post a screenshot of your tweet. What are your thoughts for a topic for your own TED Ed advocacy project? So you're going to create a video answering these questions above and then respond to at least one other peer's video with another video response. So that means your original video needs to be in by Sunday with your response video by Tuesday. So that's one other peer. This is to help you become even more comfortable with videoing, help you to start building your community, your educational community, your public social network public community. So look over these questions, look over your Twitter if you have one. If not, create one with the hashtags EDCU683 and Teaching Matters. And then you're going to create a video answering these 4 questions, post it by Sunday, and then your peer response by Tuesday in also the form of a video. So that is your Twitter folder. We go into your clinical experience assignments. You have information about the praxis, again, 5412. If you're wanting this degree on your teaching license, you must also take and pass the praxis for it to be part of your teaching license. So this gives you some information here. One idea you might consider is interviewing a principal, just to help you understand processes around managing organizational system and safety. A lot of you, when you took your leadership survey, found out that systems thinking was kind of low on your list, and that's quite usual. That's quite normal if you haven't been in a leadership position in a school. Just managing those organizational systems, those different levels within the school, safety, that's just not something that you're used to. So this also says that if you do this interview and write it up, it can count as 2 of your internship hours. So that's just a suggestion. So if you're interested, which I would think all of you would be, in adding this to your teaching license, make sure that you check into the praxis of 5412. And then you have your clinical experience log 2 to turn in this week. Again, same thing. You need to have your table, your dates, your signatures, your description, how it connects to your standards, how it connects to your content. Make sure that you complete that table and you complete those descriptions within your log. And you can just make a just add it to it. Just make it continuous. So you've got your first entries and now you've put your second entries. That way, whenever you're ready to turn it into TaskStream, you have one complete document with everything on it. Looking ahead, next week you have a group presentation that is due. You and your group members will find and present resources for teacher advocacy and leadership to share with others in the course. So you're just going to be working with the group that you signed up with, finding and creating a presentation about teacher advocacy and other resources that you haven't seen in the course content. You'll be required to upload the first page of a link to two of the articles you'll be using in your lit review. This is next week, so just be thinking ahead this week. And then graduation reminder, opening date to submit for graduation is October 4th, and it goes through January. $130 late fee applies if it's after January 25th, so starting on January 26th. So don't miss that date. You don't want to have to pay an extra $130 if you don't have to. And you can visit this page for more information. So hopefully this is a little bit lighter week for you as you are working on your lit review and your TED Ed. It gives you some time to work with your group for your group presentation, which is due week 7, and gives you some time to work on your clinical experience. So just as always, if you have any questions, please email me, text me. We can call, we can Zoom if you have questions. I'm enjoying reading your work. You're doing a great job. You guys have a great work ethic. I appreciate that. And just continue working, continue enjoying this weather, continue enjoying, hopefully, school's going well and settling down for you and you're in a rhythm now. So if you have any issues, questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Take care, and I look forward to seeing your work.